Sportsman's Adventures is presented by Yamaha.
It seemed like yesterday I was just a fishing guide when two guys met me in the parking lot of a bait store and convinced me to make a fishing show. That was 25 years ago, and it's been an adventure for this sportsman ever since. I've had the opportunity of a lifetime to travel to all kinds of places and fish all kinds of species. And since this is the season finale of the 25th season, I thought it would be cool to take a trip along memory lane and to watch just a few examples of what made Sportsman's Adventures what it is today. Go, baby, that's what I'm talking about! Only a mama could love that mouth. Bringing home the snappers! Hey, look at that! So Alaska's known as the last frontier. One time I saw a halibut that looked like a flying carpet. On our first day of halibut fishing, only a mile from the dock, we encountered a pod of killer whales. Two mothers were teaching their calves how to hunt seals.
People could come here for hundreds of years and try to catch on film what we're doing right now, and it just wouldn't happen for them.
Halibut fishing is not for the light rods or the weak hearts. It requires heavy tackle to make the 16-ounce jig reach the 100-foot depths where the halibut lay close to the bottom. I decided to try a fishing harness to match the 50-pound outfit and the doormat-sized halibut. The technique used here is to drop the lure from the bottom, lightly jig it up and down, and on our very first drift, we were visited by another whale, a large humpback cruising right next to the shoreline. But the wait for halibut doesn't take long.
Yeah, as long as I got the line, the rope tied off the side of the boat there.
Yeah.
You got a tip here.
Uh-huh.
This goes right on here. It sits on there.
I got you.
You stick the fish, make sure that tip goes right through it, and then you pull this out.
And that
the
turns
tip's
sideways.
on. This will turn sideways, and you'll have the fish basically like that.
Uh-huh.
And the line's attached to the boat here.
It's like a big toggle
So
boat.
if he does take off, he's not going far.
I see him, Doug.
I'll hang on to the rope.
We got color down there?
Yeah. It's a decent fish.
Ooh, it is a good one.
I'm gonna need to pick this before I start sticking. Keep him in the water, Dick. It's a good fish.
yeah,
We'll keep him. He's a 100.
Yeah, I won't lift his head.
All right.
He might not be
He's
done.
about 80, 90 pounder.
He might not be done.
As soon as I can get over here, Will.
Go ahead and get him, Doug. Let's go ahead and get him.
I'm gonna come in here beside you.
Okay,
Keep him in the water.
I got him under
here.
I got him under.
He's not hooked all that well.
I'm gonna walk right back behind you, okay? Let me see if I can turn his head again, Doug.
Lift up, lift up.
Okay. Woo! Okay.
Got him on now, baby.
You grab my harpoon.
I got you. I got you.
Right. Jigs out, jigs out. Jigs out. Take this rod, would you?
All right.
Okay.
When you're tarpon fishing, you never know what's gonna happen. Sometimes they can go from the back to the front in a matter of seconds.
I gotta think you could see them coming up the alley for about 500 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
If they are indeed coming this direction.
Oh, look, I think, here, is that fish right there, Scott?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I
When
see.
in doubt,
Yeah.
flip it out.
Let me get going here. Yeah, he's coming.
It? Yep.
Yeah,
He sees
yeah.
it. He's turning.
Yeah, here he comes.
All right.
There he is, Scotty.
All right, Rick.
Oh, he's
You
coming
made
back
him do
at
it.
me. He's coming back at me.
What
Watch
it-
it.
Oh,
Watch
my
it, you don't
gosh.
jump in the boat. Careful.
Don't let him jump. I'm down. He's going
Clear my
behind
line, clear my line.
us. I'm down.
You're all right.
Go
You're all
over
right.
me. Go over me.
Oh, he's under the push pole.
Jeez. It's in the light.
Where'd he go? Oh, what a zoo. Okay, I'm back. I had to run out there and go around the Yamaha and all those
Oh,
bumps.
man.
I'm glad he didn't jump. You can use that electric. Get after him, Scott.
Okay.
What a zoo. Thanks for sticking with me on that.
What do they say? Hours
my
of boredom and moments of pure
Oh my God.
sheer terror. I'm sorry, Rick. I thought you could pass it over my head so we didn't have to go through all of that.
I thought about going over your head, but then I was already under the push pole.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. He went under the pole.
Yeah. See him out there?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, we're good,
Okay.
man. We're closing on him. Boy, you were putting some pressure on that fish. No high sticking either, keeping it low. That's a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh. He's a little bigger than I thought.
Yeah, he didn't look that big when he jumped, but he sure seems to be making a statement here.
Oh. Hold on tight, Scott. Hold on tight.
I got him.
Hold on.
I can't.
Just hold on. Just let him do his thing. Just let him do his thing. You hold on.
I got him.
Oh, great. Good grab, Scott. You played for shortstop for anybody? You younger?
Maybe next week. Oh, what a poon. Look at that hook. Just barely in there.
Oh, look at it. It just fell out just like that.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Rapala. Another great day. COSTA Sunglasses. See what's out there. Okuma. Inspired Fishing. VMC. Your expert in hooks. And StarTron. Cures and prevents fuel problems.
An entirely new species of extreme predator is moving offshore. The Yamaha 5.6-liter V8 XTO offshore outboard. Extreme big block thrust and power in the industry's first direct injection 4-stroke. Quiet, efficient, powerful, and proven Yamaha reliability. More than an outboard, it's a fully integrated power system. The all-new Yamaha V8 XTO offshore.
As close as you're gonna get to a sure thing for catching billfish is Guatemala.
They're here, man. This has been a 20-year run, buddy. These things haven't left. There's no cycle. When it comes to sail fishing, this is the real deal.
The amount of sailfish here is ridiculous.
Building Conservation Trust, or BCT, is Coastal Conservation Association's National Habitat Program. BCT is striving to be the largest program of its kind in the United States by restoring degraded habitats, creating new habitats, advancing the science of coastal habitat and marine fisheries conservation, fostering habitat stewardship, and educating coastal communities of the value of conservation. Visit www.buildingconservation.org to learn more on how you can make a difference.
Thanks for watching Sportsman's Adventures. You can catch all the happenings, contests, and appearances by visiting us on sportsmansadventures.com. There you can find us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, but best of all, you never have to miss a show because you can find full episodes of Sportsman's Adventures along with tips and techniques, bonus clips, and even some bloopers. Also, if there's a product that we use during the show that you would like more information on, you can find links to our sponsors at the bottom of the home page. Anytime you ever fished with Ralph, it was gonna be unbelievable. But to potentially catch a world record kingfish is cool. There he is, Ralph! You got him, Ralph. He's skyrocketing my bait. All right, bait. Got it? Yeah, I got it.
He don't like that hook, does he?
These Key West kingfish, Ralph, they're great. He's right here on the surface. I see him.
He'll burn out quick.
More drag. Right there on the surface.
Yeah, that's him. Nice fish. That is a big fish. I want to get the big gaff out after him. That fish, big fish.
Leader.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, Ralph! Ralph!
That's a big fish.
Look at the size of that fish. That's the biggest kingfish I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's 60 pounds plus, I think. Yeah, I think so. Okay.
What can I do? What can I do?
Open that box and I'll get him aboard here.
All right.
Yeah, this son of a gun. Yeah, that's a 60-pound fish. Coming aboard. Watch yourself. This thing will take your leg off.
Whoa! We've said it before, whenever you're tarpon fishing in a round structure, it can really get interesting. Check this out. He just hit the pylon and going to the right. Going back through the bridge. Round and round she goes. When he's gonna stop, nobody knows.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Come on, baby, don't.
Oh no.
She helped us out.
He came towards me. Good. Oh. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. I think it went through. She went through there. Pablo.
Did it go through there?
Yeah, man. For sure. You want to put me up there and I'll cross it under, or what?
We need another guy if you want to do that. Oh, it looks like she's coming back out, no?
I don't think so. Maybe. Maybe. Jeff, you're gonna have to come with me. The fish decided to cut me off by going around the bridge pylon. So I had Jeff put his camera down so we could tag team the tarpon. Pablo positioned the Pathfinder ever so carefully with the ripping current so that I could hop off onto the pylon. Jeff followed, and I handed the rod over to him so that we could free up the line. We did it, Pablo! There's no telling what kind of shape the line's in. As we wind it back on, I'm gonna try to see. Whoa! Oh no! That was a fish jumping way the Sam Hill out there. All that, and we break him off way through the 40. Oh! That's bridge fishing. You're gonna have that, man. I'm gonna go back to the Everglades. That's right. I love it. This is like WWE, full contact fishing.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Power Pole, Swift, Silent, Secure, Contender Boats, always in the game. Building Conservation Trust and the Coastal Conservation Association, partners in conservation. Casa Vieja Lodge, experience 5-star angling in beautiful Guatemala. Williamson Lures for the Pelagic Playground. And Sufix, always use the best line.
Remember the glory days of gasoline? It's just not made the same anymore.
Kick your gas into gear with StarTron. Pump up the performance in all of your engines. Cure the problems of ethanol with the power of enzymes. And maximize your mileage every time you drive. Kickstart your engines with StarTron.
It's one of the most ancient forms of hide-and-seek known to man. And nobody knows how to play the fishing game better than the backcountry guides and offshore captains of the Florida Keys and Key West. Ready or not, here we come.
For the bass that thinks it's a bulldog. For the walleye that thinks it's a freight train. For the tuna that thinks it's a torpedo. For the tarpon that thinks it's a tarpon. You need the mono that thinks it's a braid. Sufix Advance. New advanced mono with HMPE braid molecules for strength, abrasion resistance, and low stretch. Sufix Advance. The mono that thinks it's a braid.
Hey guys, we're here at the boat show, and not only does Yamaha make the big 425 XTO, but we also are a leader in the small motor categories. So from a 2.5 horsepower right on into the 25, these are the motors now that are being considered to replacing some of the old two-stroke motors that we have. Now, as you know, the population of small paddle boards and little fiberglass skiffs is really growing. Also, what's happening is that we're having a lot of restricted areas to where you have to remove the motor in order to go and fish in these no motor zones throughout Florida. So let's talk a little bit about the 20, the 25, and the 15 and the different shaft lengths that we have. And we come in a 15-inch shaft as well as a 20, and even for you sailboaters, we have the 25-inch shaft and the 25T, which is high thrust. The high thrust allows us to run a bigger prop and gives us more reverse power as well as forward propulsion. We have tension knobs that allow us to offset some of the torque as we're running from point A to point B. But remember, it's a lot easier now at 126 pounds to just simply remove the motors and remove the full fuel lines and lay the motors down in the boat so that you can fish in those no motor areas. Now, also on the 25 and some of the tiller models, we have the ability to turn down the idle by simply detuning down or up. It gives us a better trolling speed, or even maybe approaching the dock in a lower speed on windy situations and days. So if you have any questions, you can go to YamahaOutboards.com, or you can simply go to a local Yamaha dealer and they'll be happy to answer all your questions. Whenever you're bill fishing, there's always a worry about them potentially jumping in the boat, but this one takes the honors. Come on, Davey. Davey. Man, he pounced on that mackerel. You got him, Dave?
Come on, baby.
Yeah! Woohoo! Hey! Blue Marlin! Woo!
What teaser he is. I told you, that teaser don't mess around, brother.
That teaser didn't mess
Look at him, nice. Check him out.
Going at it, go,
Check
go,
him out.
go.
There he goes. Watch this way. Watch
Look
that
at
way.
him, on the top. Go, baby, go. Go, Blue Marlin.
Woohoo! Hey, watch out, guys.
Watch out,
guys.
coming in.
Oh! That's the way to get it on video, baby. Oh, he's
close
gone.
and personal.
Yeah, he's dead.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's going. He's all right. He ain't feeling good, that's for sure. Let's get that
Whoa,
water
did he
through
get hit by the prop?
No. I don't know what he got hit by, but he ain't feeling too good. Definitely got a concussion.
He got the contender one, too. He got a headache.
Yeah, he got a headache. Woo!
Wow, that was awesome. Not only is Guy Harvey a great artist, but as a marine biologist, he takes fishing to a whole nother level.
Okay, great. Good. Well, we just transferred another small female mako shark from the Andrea and gave another typical mako display at the boat side where they really don't want to get caught. And the key is to get the tail rope on, because sometimes you find the hook comes out, and the tail rope is absolutely essential. So the lift is lowered, shark is swung onto the lift is raised, secured with 2 ropes, wet cloth put over the eye and the irrigation in the mouth. And then we've got to rotate the shark so it's upright on the platform, and so that Mahmood can deploy the tag. All the time we've got to keep the shark really suppressed and quiet. And they'll quieten down, and the drilling process takes 3 or 4 minutes. And off we go. As you can see, it takes 10 people to tag a mako shark. So the tag is going on. It's called a spot tag, which means smart position and temperature tag. And basically, whenever the shark hits the surface, the tag is exposed to air. It sends a message to a satellite that says, "Hey, I'm here." And you get 3 or 4 hits a day or night. And we found that the makers are more interactive with the surface than any other species that we've been working on, including tigers and oceanic whitetips. We're a pretty smooth team, and we got it down pat. And we take a length measurement, DNA sample, and we make as best possible use of the animal in as short as time as possible, so we can release it in good condition. And it's working today. It's really good. Look at that! All right!
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Ameritrail. Load, launch, relax. Maverick Boat Group, makers of premium boat brands Maverick, Hughes, Pathfinder, and Cobia. Soft Science, supreme comfort footwear. The American Fishing Tackle Company, any fish, any water, since 1958. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. And Garmin, join the club.
An entirely new species of extreme predator is moving offshore. The Yamaha 5.6-liter V8 XTO offshore outboard. Extreme big block thrust and power in the industry's first direct injection 4-stroke. Quiet, efficient, powerful, and proven Yamaha reliability. More than an outboard, it's a fully integrated power system. The all-new Yamaha V8 XTO offshore.
We found the proverbial needle in the haystack, and who would have thought giant redfish live in the backcountry of Flamingo? A couple of times before this trip, I spotted a huge school of redfish. And I mean a school so big that you could see what I describe as a pumpkin ball from an airplane. Just hundreds of monster redfish. We gotta find them, bub. The only problem is, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Oh my gosh. I got him. Big old redfish. Got a redfish.
Yep, doubled up on reds, except yours can eat the one I got.
It's all right. Look at him crashing on the surface over there and the frigate bird's going down on him. Crazy, huh, dude?
That's just crazy too. That one ate a pinfish, and this one still uses that natural instinct to eat a shrimp. Yeah. Artificial shrimp, Massachusetts.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, got a shark after mine.
Do you?
He ain't big enough to eat him, but he's gonna mess with him.
Let me get on the other side of you, Pop. Watch it, watch it. I'm under.
Doing redfish rodeo on the boat and on the rod.
You gonna land that little thing so you can help me with my monster? Oh, mine just gave you a little slap in the tail.
Oh. Come down here. This one's built like me and that one's built like Colin.
Yeah.
Wow. Rigged. What an awesome day of fishing.
Fishing in Guatemala is always epic, but when you get to do it with the owner of Casa Vieja, it changes the game. It's cool. The captain's what he does is he uses the fish that's hooked as a live teaser.
Oh, Kristen, the one on you!
See?
Come on you!
There's one.
He ate
See?
you, he laid you, he ate you, he ate
See
you.
how
Let
it
him
works?
eat, let him eat, let him eat.
He used mine as a decoy for Kristen.
Try him. Yeah! Hey, that's what it's supposed to be like. Now we race back. Get wet feet. Okay, Jeffrey. Woo! Wait 1 second.
Woo,
Boy, look at how purple his fin is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Let him go. Hey, thanks for watching my 25th season of Sportsman's Adventures. On behalf of myself, the crew, and everyone behind the scenes, we hope you have had just as much fun watching us as we've had making the shows. We're already in production for 2020, so keep in touch through social media channels. And if you happen to see me in town, don't be shy, say hi. I don't bite.